3D printing and what is the experience you have on 3D printing? I am maybe I think 14 participants are there here, so just wanted to understand from you. uh, Anybody has previous experience on 3D printing? What you know about it? Uh, Maybe Munaf bhai or Ammar, somebody can just start. Once we have that discussed, I'll go with the actual presentation. Because if I understand what is the level of understanding we have in the audience, accordingly I can take to the next level. If the level of understanding in the audience is uh, to the next level, then I can think of so accordingly. What you are expecting out of this session? So if somebody wants to put your videos on, you can put. I'll also put my video on.
Wajid bhai, there are some responses in the chat box also.
Okay, just no
Assalamualaikum,
idea.
Wajid bhai.
Walaikum assalam.
I'm new to this. I just
Okay,
wanted to learn the new thing.
okay.
Basically, I'm in mechanical engineering, working for a steel plant.
Mm-hmm.
So eager to learn new things.
Oh, okay.
I
Working for
hope
which
this
plants you
session,
told?
JSW Steel Plant, Ballari,
Steel plants.
Karnataka.
So your major exposure is towards steel.
Yes, yes. We make TMT rods and wire rods.
Oh, okay. Fine, fine. Thank you, Munafai, for the update.
Jazakallah.
Yeah,
Jazakallah.
next.
Good initiation. May Allah give barakah.
Yeah, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. Yeah, others, maybe Riaz Bhai, or somebody wants to. Well, the main intention is I want to understand so that I can give the right content to the audience. Yeah, Khizar, you can. Muhammad Khizar. Okay. Maybe I'm seeing Ranjit Kumar, Sultan, Muhammad Hakim, Anas, Muhammad Azim. Some understanding if you people have, if you can give me, accordingly I'll take it up. So, Redmi ID, you can just try to change the name. That will be helpful. I don't have experience, but I have seen Muhammad Tahir bhai seen it on social media. Amazing things using it. Give me background. Just wanted to learn. I have idea about 3D printing. Muhammad Azim Sheikh. Okay. What is your level of understanding, Azim bhai, on 3D printing? Muhammad Azim Sheikh have experience in FDM. Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. I think some people have put, and accordingly I'll try
Hi,
to start.
Wajid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wajid Ranjit.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell me, Ranjit.
3D, we know about little bit basic things about the 3D printing, what it is. So
Okay.
building a model in three-dimension way, but
Okay.
exactly where it has been used, we know the overall view, that, but in depth we don't know.
Okay. Fine, Ranjit. That's good.
Yeah, thank
Okay, then without wasting much time, let me go with my actual presentation. Just go with the slides, and maybe slides are not kind of too much importance here. More than that, I'll have things to tell. But this is just for a presentation. Okay, 3D printing is we can call it as a factory on your desk. So there are 3D printers, which are what is 3D printing? Initially, we'll go with that. So, if you want to go with the definition, we have a different definition coming out here. Uh, so, 3D printing or additive manufacturing takes a digital input in the form of computer aided CAD model and creates solid three-dimensional parts through an additive layer by layer process. So if you want to go a core understanding of the uh, written statement, this is what it is. So, in 3D printing, uh, we'll do a 3D design, and once the 3D design is ready, we will convert that design file into a .stl format, and that is one of the format which normally 3D printing machine takes. So once we have that input ready, we can design any three-dimensional designs, and that we can convert into real model, real live model. Live model, when I'm trying to say, maybe I'll just go with uh, camera mode to explain you more. Maybe for example, one of the part we have, for example, this particular part, one of the part, no, some part, these are all parts are there, and something similar to a part like this is one of the part with a lot of threads, and we have some parts like this. So different types of parts, no, any plastic you can make out of 3D printing. So it is not limited to only plastics. We can print uh, metal, we can print houses, and we'll go deep into that as we go forward with the subject. So it is a design file, any three-dimensional design file, which can be converted to .stl format, and that will be input for the machine. Machines are once we take that input, that will be converted into slicer. There is one software which slices this 3D model into a number of layers, and through the slicer we can slice it into multiple places. That's where it is telling CAD model and creates solid three-dimensional parts through an additive layer by layer process. What it does is additive manufacturing. When we say there, layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, like that, it will continue filling layer by layer to print one complete model. Okay, so that's what it is. Suddenly, printer, when we say, and normally our thinking goes to the paper, maybe something which has to talk with the paper is what, because our we have thought printing means directly it has been thought like this might be a paper which is having some text written on it or some images written on it. That's how normally thought goes, but that is not it is. It is a complete 3D part which I had shown you some models as well. So it is a part, 3D part. That's what we have to understand. Okay. uh, and when it started in the year, the first working 3D printer was created in 1984. Let me go to the slide up. So it was created in the year 1984 by Charles Deckard. Okay, he was from 3D Systems Corp. So that is where it started, and now we have everywhere we see 3D printing. People are talking about 3D printing. So just to have a brief history about 3D printers. Uh, in 1984 to 86, 3D printing was called as uh, stereolithography, and that was done by Charles Hull. Then in 1992, first 3D printer was built by 3D Systems, and then 1999, first application of 3D printing in medical field, creating human bladder and all started. So today 3D printing is even in the medical industry. So here we have some history wherein a miniature human kidney created through 3D printing in the year 2000 and 2006. SLS. There is something called selective laser centering machine printing. Here, actually, laser with there are three different processes. One is FDM, that is fuse deposition method, wherein that I'll go in detail when I go to that slide. And one more is SLA and SLS. These are the three different methods normally we use in 3D printing. And in 2009, first usable prosthetic leg they used. So this opened the door for customized products using 3D printing. And 2011, they printed 14K gold uh, also. Okay, so we are 3D printing is there in jewelry industry as well. So this is a pretty this was the projected growth, and I have to put the next growth chart. So maybe uh, this was the previous growth which has happened 2012, 16, and 20. 300% in the next 7 years is what it was expected. Okay, so yeah, here I was telling like we'll have first 3D model design being created according to the requirement, whatever part we want. Accordingly, we will design it. Then we'll send that information in the by converting the file in the form of .stl format. We'll send that file to printer 3D printer. So once that file is sent to the 3D printer, in 3D printing, we will have one more software called slicing software. So using that, they'll slice and push the G code to the machine, which machine takes to further uh, form the different parts. The printer forms the item by depositing the material in the layers, starting from the bottom layer onto the platform. In some cases, light or lasers are used to harden the material. Okay, so here this is purely whatever the process they are showing. This is the fuse deposition method is the process. This is the bed area, and the first layer will be sticking to the bed to have the firm to be firm on the bed. So then further layer by layer printing will keep happening. You will see the video once this PPT is over to have more clarity. So I'll be showing you how it is sticking to bed and what is that layer by layer it looks like, and also what is the finished product will look like, and what kind of different items and all we can print using this one. Okay. Anybody is feeling any doubts? Maybe you can ask in the middle also. I don't bother answering. So this is yeah. For example, if this is the spool filament, no filament. What is the raw material for this 3D printing? Raw material for 3D printing is a kind of, we'll have a spool in this. This is the kind of wire kind of plastic. No, it will be most of the times what we use is 1.75 dia filament, which is rolled onto the spool, and that is being passed through this whatever is there. This is the hot end nozzle. So you'll have a hot nozzle here, and filament will pass through the nozzle. It gets melted at around 200 or 210 degrees Celsius. Different materials can be used for 3D printing. PLA is one of the material which is commonly used. Polylactic acid is what we call full form of it, and there is something called PETG and even ABS, and there are multiple different peak material, like different materials have are there in the market, which we use for 3D printing parts. Okay, so from here, the material gets heated up and melts, and it gives to the shape. This is the bed, whatever you are seeing now, the arrow, red arrows. That is the bed where the first layer of the plastic will stick. So we have to make sure that the first layer is not kind of sharp. It should have at least some base so that it can stick to the bed of the 3D printer. So we will have three axis movement in this machine. One is x axis. So these arrows indicates x axis. and this will indicate y-axis, and the nozzle part will be having the z-axis movement. So that is this area is the z-axis. So x, y, on the bed side is the y, and this is the z-axis. So to build any part like this, as you are seeing a vase on the right side, no, it has to run in three axes, and as per the model, slicing is happened, and layer by layer it has to print the complete required vase there. Okay. Yeah. So I hope we are good till here. Uh, as we go, we'll go down further. What all we can do here, something is called concept modeling. For example, if you are working in a construction industry, you are an architect or you are a civil engineer, you have some you want to show how the house looks like at the end of the house once it is constructed. You want to show the live model to your client. You can have a 3D design done, and if you want to show inside room and all, how the bathroom, everything, how the steps and all will come, you can take a cut section and design in that way, and you can 3D print and show a live model to the client when we go and meet. No, this is how the concept we give, and this is where your uh, dining room will come, this is where the hall is, and this is the kitchen and bedroom position, all that. No, everything you can show. That gives a more positive impact when you go to the business with the model and speak. So we can use for 3D print for maybe concept explaining to the clients, and functional prototyping. So for example, you have a car and you want to see if all the parts, functional parts, are working fine. Maybe some of the areas, not all the areas, most of the areas, wherever we can go with 3D printing. For example, this whatever uh, uh, most some of the parts, if you want to go plastic parts for some quantity, there is no option. Mass quantity means you have to go for injection molding. Minimal quantity means you have to go with prototyping only. So if you want to go for injection molding, for one part they will charge mold, to make mold itself they'll charge 60 to 70,000, sometimes 2 to 3 lakhs, and that will be suitable to produce 1 lakh or 10 lakh components. If you want to have a prototype where you want to just check whether the fitment is fine, functionality, basic functionality is working or not, those areas you should have something you can readily print and get it and check fit and check it. So those are the areas majorly we go with 3D printing technology. So something like this electronic parts where you want to have whether this connector will fit into this one another connector and all, we can just print and check fitment and go with it. Minimal volume up to 350 components and all, we can easily go with the 3D printing. Even in metal industry, 3D printing metal machines are there, where once you have given the model, it will print in the form of by metal printing will happen, and that metal base will be fitted to the uh, uh, metal platen, which is there for the 3D printing. So once 3D printing is finished, to uh, here in plastic, we'll just put some pressure, part will come out, sticked part. Wherein in metal, when you want to remove the metal from the platen, means what's 3D printed platen, you have to go for wire cutting. Go for wire cutting, do the EDM, means wire EDM machining to remove the part from the bed, from the platen. Okay, so like this, for if you want to have a good finish after printing, you have to go for secondary operations, and then you can use spray to get a nice finished products as well. So sealing, polishing, and painting expands the possibilities of what a 3D printer is capable of. So uh, that is one more thing. What all applications it is? So we can use 3D printing in medical industry, food industry, gaming and entertainment industry. If you want to have your own designs and you want to put hands on and check, for that we can use. And pop culture and defense and spaces, fashion and retail, like this agri industry is there, jewelry industry is there, and medical, especially on to the bone side, no, ortho and dentistry, there and all. 3D printing is abundantly being used. Even in construction today, we have houses being constructed out of 3D printing machines. Machines will be slightly larger, with a different mixture of input material. So like this different designs, no, these kind of complicated parts, if you want to go with plastic and injection molding process, initial cost to get the part itself will be so huge that you don't want to even try do the trial. Whereas with the help of 3D printing, no, you can print these items with a very reasonable cost, and at the same time at a lesser time as well. So artificial arms for disabled, you see a lot of robots, arms, and even the artificial arms we can go with 3D printing technology. And these are all data directly taken from the net, and it is an authentic data. Okay, so like this toying industry also, a lot of different, anything you think you want to make a design and print, you can easily do it. This is just to print your home. Just a wiki house is an open source construction set being developed. So here they print houses itself using, even in Chennai or in Bangalore also recently, some news I was seeing, one post office was built using 3D printing technology. Chennai also, there are some places where people have built houses or using 3D printing. One of our friend was in Wayanad, some 2023 somewhere. We met him, and he was telling, "I have my 3D printing setup for construction at Wayanad." So people are constructing homes using 3D printing technology. So food also, different input material will be different. They are going with the technology to have different shapes of chocolates and stuffs like that. So this is the different methods, other than one is fuse deposition method, which I had shown you machine, and I will have a more one more round of thing. I will be showing fuse deposition method. Otherwise, this is an SLA and SLS. These two are SLA and SLS mechanisms through which laser light falls onto the fluid to convert the part as per the required model being input. And same way, through powder also, laser light will fall onto the powder to convert that powdered shape into solid material. um, Processes, different process, and that will give us the right input material design which you have given. So that is the understanding there. So yeah, these are different players in the market. Reprap, now we have this maker board, future 3D systems, form labs, Strasis, I think they are in Bangalore as well. And like Prusa is one more person. Like different people are there, people, notable players in the market. What is the future scenario? I think that future scenario is we can use this. Uh, if you have the understanding of 3D printing, you can maybe go for Earlier it was said like it is only for prototyping. Now the industry has grown vast, and people are even using that for their to some quantity of production as well. Even we have used 3D printing for production of up to 1,000 components in some of the areas. Uh, okay, so I'll just go with screen share and explain you different parts of the 3D printer as live so that you understand it better. I hope my camera is visible. You are able to see the camera, right? So this is the raw material which we are going to have. This will be in the form of spool, and this is the from that in the form of wire it goes to the nozzle, and this is the nozzle area where it gets heated up and it melts and falls to form a part. X-axis, this is what is the x-axis belt where the machine is the nozzle is moving in the x direction, and the y-axis is the bed you are seeing here. You can see the bed moving front and back, that is your y-axis. Z-axis is this complete setup here, which will help the machine to move in z direction. Okay, so this plastic material, and here we have a display which will tell about other details. What is the temperature? 190 degrees Celsius is the temperature, and the bed temperature is 60 degrees, and infill is 100%, and hours it takes is 1 hour 26 minutes. It will take more to print, and the item which is getting printed is this. So these are the other details. Z-axis is at the height of 5.6 as of now. Those are the details it is giving. So we don't need system full time. We can print the system, take the files in SD card and simply put the SD card as an input. So through SD card it will directly print. We have the SD card here. Through SD card it will directly take the print. So at a time, if we have one system, we can have 10 to 15 machines, and this is the complete electronics sitting here on the machine. Okay, so this is how the machine actually looks like. There's a complete look and feel of the machine, and uh, I'll be showing some parts so that you have more understanding of the 3D printing technology, what kind of parts we can print. Give me a moment. I am audible, right? I hope you are able to hear me and follow me.
जी वाजिद भाई.
Yeah, thank you. Give me a moment. I am just showing you some parts which will give you more understanding and visibility. One moment. Yeah, I have few parts here. This is just a house model of the house. If you want to show it to somebody, design how the outer looks like, you can print parts like this and show it. Just another model of house. People from construction industry can have things printed in this form and share it. If you are from furniture industry, you want to show how the sofa looks like, you can print like this and show the final design will look like this. And if you are from jewelry industry, you can maybe print items like this, different items, and show like this. We can print, they can put in the earring and hang it like this. Some different designs they can put in the earring. And if you want to see, this is a, just to call it as jewelry stand. So maybe, so like this you can hang different jewelries into the stand. Different stands you can make and put the jewelry hanging onto the stand. So this is how, this is a hand which is being printed, and you can hang different plastic components in the form of jewelry to it. And if you are from medical industry and if you want to have skull being printed, this is what is the skull which is being printed. And just to for education purpose or for some other purpose, core medical industry, when we go, they are even doing operations using the 3D printing, medical 3D printer to fix the bone related issues and the skull related issues as well. Even in the tooth industry, you can see the tooth being printed. This is just as in the form of plastic we have printed. Otherwise, in the medical industry, you can even use this tooth being printed, and they are replacing on the tooth in the form in regular in the area of regular tooth. And if you are from agriculture industry, you want to have a pot to be designed. This is a one type of the pot in which we'll put some round balls, and we can plant inside this one. So this is one of the thing. If you are from oil industry or some other industry, you want to have a knob being printed and you want to put it somewhere. So such kind of designs we can put and put it there. If you are from aerospace industry, you can print the models. This is a rocket design, just as an example we have. You can show. And some, if you are from a core mechanical industry, gear profiles and all, you can just. So like this is a vast field wherein we can print items required, whatever related items required. For example, if you are from electronics industry and you have design thought, and you cannot take that bare PCB to the market if you want to sell, so you want an enclosure to be designed. There you can go for an enclosure design, and you can print the enclosure and put the PCB into that, and give the required openings to connect the cable and stuff like that. If you want to try out, we have something called Thingiverse. I think this I'll close with the camera. Go with some website where you can see real 3D printing models. There is something called Thingiverse website. If you go and type in your system Thingiverse, VRSE, you, this is a website wherein you can find hell lot of different. Uh, so if you want to print, see, all these are STL files being designed by somebody and uploaded to Thingiverse website. People, those who want to print, they can print them as per their requirement. Maybe, if, for example, I go for automotive industry, AUTOMOTI, automotive industry. I want items to be printed, so it will go and search me automotive related parts available, and it is giving. single part and the assembly parts and different parts needed for the this is already somebody has uploaded some data, and that data is what we are able to see here, and all these files can be downloaded. If you want to check how my print is coming, I have understanding of 3D printing, but I don't know how to design. Then just to have basic hands on, you can maybe use this website to put and check how the prints come. If you want from construction industry, you want to explain it to somebody, you can go for construction industry, type it, and it is giving stuffs related to construction, different type of houses, tomb, and the parts and things, stuff like that. And this is spanner, screwdriver, and different stuffs. So this you can, even the assembly, if you see all these parts, if you print and assemble, it will form one complete structure. So like this, there are this industry is growing enormously, and it is one of the fastest growing industry in today's world. And uh, jewelry, when you are saying past some 2014-15, when I was seeing how many um, people are there doing business in 3D printing in Bangalore. When I used to see hardly 10 to 15 vendors or 8 to 10 vendors in the year 2014-15. But today, when I am checking just around my area itself, I am able to see 8 to 10 vendors, those who are into this business. So it means it is a growing business, and enormously it is growing, and people are getting into this, slowly finding what all. If somebody is having entrepreneurship idea, definitely they can learn this industry and adopt and learn this industry, and uh, you can definitely do business in this industry. So these are jewelry trees, and jewelry, different trees are there, and stuff like that. If you want to hang jewelry, this is kind of different. This is a soap box or jewelry box, you can call. Like this, these are different jewels you have. So everywhere, no, you have this different things going on. Medical, if you want to check what all is available in medical industry, then you can see a lot of stuff related to medical industries. People are printing hard, they are anatomical. If you want to teach medicine, you don't know, you don't have readily a cadaver, you don't have, and you want to at least show the basic outermost parts and all, you can 3D print and explain the context. For example, dentistry industry, you can print all this and explain which teeth is what and how, and kind of stuff. So we can use in medical industry, we can use in education industry. See the hand also, all these different bones and limbs are there. So if you, those who are studying ortho, they can print and study ortho using this one. Okay, so I think I it is over to I am done with whatever stuff. I can go more, but I want to give time to the audience, so that if you have something to talk and understand, open the room for Q&A. Yeah, if somebody is having some queries, you can ask me. I'll try my best to answer.
Yeah, Jazakallah, Wajid bhai. So
Yeah,
audience can unmute yourself and ask any questions, or even in the chat box you can write, and Wajid bhai can read and reply.
yeah, sure. Both the things is fine. If you know how to do 3D design, and you have good hands on 3D design, then if you have understanding of concept understanding of different areas of design, then you are good to go with uh, entrepreneurship in 3D printing field. So just today the industry works in a way like everybody will not have machines. They'll find machines, people having machines, and they'll get things done from them. And whole okay, I got one question: how much the printer will cost? Whole project to start this buddies business. Okay, this business. See, there are different ways to start this business. If you want to, the size, depending on the size and quality of the printer, no, the cost will change. And for that, you have to understand what is the market you are going to capture, what kind of people you are getting. For example, if they want a print part of, say, 100 by 100 then you need a small machine, or 200 by 200 XYZ. You need a very small machine which can cost you somewhere around 90K to 1 lakh. Some industries are giving even for a lesser price as well. 50K also there are machines, but quality wise, when we speak, I recommend Prusa as one of the machine which we are using from long time. I am not kind of marketing Prusa, rather I am telling that machine we have used for a long time and gives good result on the FDM side. So those machines will cost somewhere roughly around 80,000 to 1 lakh, plus or minus few, as of today. So if a person wants to print a bigger parts, then you have to go with a bigger XYZ bed size, and there the cost will change. No idea. Okay, let me see. Hope I have answered to some extent. Some more maybe I can answer. Okay, we will be using granules. Somebody's Munaf Sheikh is asking, we will be using granules. Granules we will not use in 3D printing. Instead, we use the wire filament, we call it as. Whole project to start. Okay. You need this. I'll ask iPhone 13. I don't know whose name is this. Printer, etc. I told the cost for the whole project. You need a space to keep the printer, and you need machine cost and the material cost. Material is filament and nothing else. That per spool, it will cost somewhere around 1200 or 1000. Different filaments are available starting from the range of 700, 1 kg of filament from rupees 700 to 1400, etc. So as of PL is concerned, otherwise PTG and PTU, PTE, and PEEK, these are different materials. ABS, and those are, and they are also available in different colors: black, green, orange. So depending on that, initially, if you want to just test how it works, people are giving even 200 grams of filament, which can print easily, roughly, maybe I showed you some house sample. So of those kind of samples, even 200 grams of print, you can print 15 to 20 samples. So that way, uh, you can go with that as well. Which are good printer vendors recommended for dentistry and cost? Dentistry industry, I am not so conversant. I'll check and get back to you. Which will be the most recommended in for that industry? Chat GPT, some link somebody has shared Tanvir to everyone. Maybe I have not seen what it is. Uh, if anyone not from this field, and how can you guys can get us a customer and give us contact person to meet face to face? I could not get this question. Can you clarify more? This one,
Hello, am I audible, sir?
yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, actually, sir, I am from a mechanical engineering background. So,
Okay.
if I want to get into this, is there any course related to 3D printing? And I have also knowledge of SolidWorks. So, will it be helpful?
Yes, knowledge of SolidWorks will be definitely helpful. courses, you want to take up some course, maybe for understanding how the 3D printing works. Uh, uh, there are courses available online as well. What is 3D printing? If you check the Plural site and LinkedIn Learning and all, they have courses how that entire process works. Otherwise, we can also help to explain you and give you hands-on of 3D printing if at all you want to.
Okay, so do you provide any online courses, sir?
Uh, as of now, we don't have any of such setup. Depending on
Mhm.
the demand, we can think of it.
So, Wajid bhai,
Okay.
can you plan such a course for a few days and in which we
Yes,
teach the
yes,
input
Syed bhai.
language, etc.
Maybe a kind of workshop we can plan for a few
Ji,
days
ji.
wherein people can get that understanding of 3D. Those who are conversant with 3D designs, no, for them we can go with explaining how 3D printer works and
Yeah.
what kind of design things you have to take. Yeah, those we can do it.
Please plan it and then we can arrange it, inshallah.
Sure, sure. Printer cost, which are good printers, if anyone. This one, okay, some questions. Is it possible to take a photograph of an existing object and use a 3D printer to print that object? After taking the photograph, you have to convert that in the form of 3D, and then we can print. Person's 3D model also we can print, but we are not doing that because we don't want to go with making live objects printing. We are only printing means otherwise we can do, it is possible. What about the job? Is there vacancies available? What type of job role they offer? uh, Wide variety of jobs are there for 3D printing nowadays. Most of the times they take uh, kind of diploma guys, most of the times they take and for handling the machine. And wherever engineers are being used, means they'll get the requirement, whereas design for 3D printing now, that is where all the engineering requirements will come into picture. People can think as per 3D printing, what how if I design will give good result. Okay, so job vacancies are there, even in India as well as in US. Other countries are fast growing in 3D industry. Yes, slowly once you understand 3D printing for plastics, uh, uh, there are shortly they might open 3D printing construction industry, 3D printing dentistry, ortho medical industry, and 3D printing of engines, wherein metal industry comes into picture. 3D design along with understanding of 3D printing no gives a good edge for jobs. How do we reach you if you allow your contact details? How do we reach you? I can put my contact details on the chat. You can connect with me. So, how is the service backup of Prusa printers? Does it need more maintenance? Uh, Maintenance wise, it is not much, but yeah, once it is running for a long time, we are using machines from 6 to 7 years, and maintenance is there, but you will easily learn maintaining it. There are very good forums available wherein you can ask any doubts and get the solutions given. So they have good support. We wish to visit you. Where is your location, Bangalore? I am from Kiarpuram, near Kiarpuram railway station. I'll just put my mail ID and contact number in the chat. If somebody wants to contact me, we can contact. Uh, Best is just drop me a WhatsApp message. I'll be stuck with a lot of other stuffs. So I'll see the message and then I'll contact you.
So, Wajid bhai, is it possible, as someone is interested in looking into a 3D printer,
Okay.
How
Now?
can they? No, no. As he said, he wants to visit you,
Yeah.
one person. So is it possible
Yes.
to
Yeah, we can show 3D printing once if
facilitate?
he wants to. Yes.
So he can contact you over phone now, right?
Yeah, yeah. WhatsApp and phone number both are same.
Ji, ji, ji.
Yes,
So you
yes.
can arrange a visit to the facility.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Wajid.
Okay. Just to keep you updated, I am maybe I think okay. Okay, I think that information is not really needed. Otherwise, if anything is there, people can connect with me. Anything on 3D printing side, I can definitely help you. If you have somewhere requirements wherein not only 3D printing, more quantity of parts, injection molding, if you are looking for, we have contacts wherein we can help you in that as well. Anything more? Can two, three people from this group join together with some small investment? Can we join, start this business? Okay. That you can check and connect with people you want. Huh? Uh, okay. Is it possible to create a 3D model? Which software are best course of learning? Uh, the, there are different softwares. Um, SolidWorks is there, UG Unigraphics is there, Creo is there, and Katia is there, Fusion 360 is there, Autodesk Inventor. There are multiple 3D softwares available. You can use any 3D design software which is easily available for you.
Wajid, it's very interesting to see that two, three brothers are coming together
Yeah, yeah, good.
to have a startup. So can you
Mm.
guide them in that case if they need any help in this
Yes, yes,
regard?
yes. Definitely, I can help them. We once they are in the loop, no, they can connect with me. We can have one meeting set up and guide them how they can take up things.
Yeah. Maybe those who are interested in having a startup, maybe if they share their number now, we can form a WhatsApp group and have further proceedings. If
Yeah, yeah. I think one of those three guys, no, you can take the lead, add me also to that group, and have that group formed. You can discuss and drop the queries there accordingly. If we have to meet and help you, we can meet sometime somewhere. Otherwise, over WhatsApp, whatever best possible guidance can be given, that will be taken care. Sure, Manav, you can contact me. So if anything more anybody is having, we can stay. Otherwise,
yeah.
yeah.
So any last questions? Otherwise, those who are interested, they can contact Wajid Bhai and we can discuss offline, inshallah.
Yeah, maybe I think somebody's telling to add me kind of Sheikh Abdul Wahid. So who is maybe you all three or four of you, one of you can take the lead and take the contacts because in the chat you can get the contacts. Later I don't know we will be able to connect or not. So just take and form a group and see that you are
All
going.
the three, four brothers, please put down your phone numbers, WhatsApp numbers. What's the name of the brother? iPhone 13?
Today, maybe I'll take another a minute or two to explain you. Today, this business, no, you don't have to initially start and invest on the machine. Also, there are a lot of people, those who are having machines, metal 3D printing and plastic 3D printing machines. You can contact those guys, and you can get the orders from outside and get things done from them. Maybe if you print directly, you might get 60% profit, whereas if you get it print from there you might get 30% profit. That is good to start with, wherein you don't have to invest on machines directly. Rather, check with few vendors and say what best price they can give. Print from there and get the delivery done. Once you are having the customer base built, then slowly you can start putting the machine and take it up from there. That is also possible.
That's a very good idea, Wajid bhai.
Yeah, yeah.
So Mr. Hamid Samad will take the lead. So we have 3, 4 contacts, inshallah. So
Okay.
make a WhatsApp group, add Wajid bhai also in that.
Yeah, sure.
Then we can, mashallah, have a startup out of this webinar, inshallah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay, with this, we close this session. Thanks everyone for joining. And thanks, Wajid bhai, for your valuable knowledge and lots of suggestions. And
Yeah,
inshallah, we'll see a startup coming out of this webinar, inshallah.
inshallah, inshallah.
Okay,
Yeah,
with this, we close the
thank you,
session.
Syed bhai, for giving an opportunity and the platform to have my knowledge being shared. Thank you all for joining the session.